helped me realize just how it's just different to actually have a powerful relationship.
He told me I was going to be in missions.
I think God is calling me to be courageous, and He confirmed it literally 100 times.
He really changed my view on myself and other people a lot.
Well, I've been called to be an evangelist, but this year was so different. I was more looking of what God could do for me. After I was done finally just talking and talking, I listened, and God said to me, "No more. There is no more pain. It is time to heal."
God gave me a lot more confidence, and He took away my worry. So not to worry about worldly things as much and where I'm going, because it doesn't matter, because He can use me anywhere.
It was amazing. It was unlike anything. I think I've been going 4 years, and it was unlike anything I've ever experienced.
I felt God's presence during worship. I kind of just got lost in His presence, that it's been easier to overcome.
And that's one thing I really had to overcome, is knowing when He's going to do the right thing for me and not when I want Him to.
So He brought relief for things that have been just like really weighing me down, and also it also helped me get over my father's death a bit more.
He really spoke to me, telling me that He did have a plan for me and it would be going into action really soon.
God moved in my life by showing me how real He was and how much He loved me.
He has definitely called me to inspire people through music, and that's what I want to go and achieve.
God just really showed me that even though in times when you can't feel Him, it doesn't mean He isn't present and that He can't use you to do great things for Him.
Feeling God's presence, you feel this love coming through in your body. You feel so good. You feel like nothing else matters in the world. You feel so happy. You're filled with happiness and joy.
I'm called to bless others as much as I've been blessed.
He recalled my calling of being a youth pastor.
I think God has called me to be a leader in this youth group, and just kind of evolve from there and really invest my time in this youth group.
I can worship in Him without being in a hard time, and I can devote my life to Him without being in a struggle.
Well, there was a plethora, if you will, of many different things that happened this year, but the big one would probably be on a forgiveness kind of standard.
I'm this year I was so into worship, and I just loved worshiping.
On Monday, they just kind of broke the chains.
Enter into what I've thought, or what felt like the throne room, I guess.
Put everything into it, because and that's never happened at a camp the first night, and from then on every night was just more and more powerful.
Worship for me was it was connecting with God and letting His Spirit use me more than it was letting Him rebuild me, because He's already started something great. Worship is always amazing. 3 hours of just praying and you don't even feel it.
Worship this year, I'd have to say, was the best worship I've ever encountered. This year was different because I used that time not to focus so much on myself, but to focus on others.
I was happy to just be in the presence of God.
I never experienced anything like that. I'd never experienced the Holy Spirit so strongly coming upon others and me, and it was awesome.
I feel like I can let go of everything.
It's the most intense worship I've ever experienced in my whole entire life.
Worshiping God and what each single word meant during worship.
I've never really experienced the presence of Him so hard.
I felt like nothing else mattered, that all I had to do was focus on Him.
The battle is won in prayer, and so I use worship as a time to pray.
It was awesome.
It was kind of incredible. It was very intense.
I felt like we all just came closer.
I just want to thank everyone for supporting us. I feel like they just took me in.
I felt a lot of love.
2 albums in one line.
This is kind of awkward. Every adult in this room, somehow, some way, either interacts with the youth or makes it to summer camp next year.
All right, last question. Which one do you choose? Coke or Pepsi?
Water.
Water.